Thank you. And today I'm here with my man, East Coast, Mikey.
Yo, yo.
And he is here today from the bad side of VA. I heard you say that shit on the album, and I was like, I've been to a lot of parts of VA, so tell me where that bad side of VA is.
Man, it's Newport news, bad news, whatever you want to refer to it to. I wouldn't call it the bad part of VA because it's bad parts all over the place, but it's definitely a rough area, a real area, so, yeah, it's pretty rough cut.
But you are from here?
Facts.
Okay. So how long have you been rapping, working on music?
Man, I've been doing music almost a lifetime, man. I've been doing this shit for 15 plus years, man.
15 years?
Yeah, plus, man.
Plus.
15 plus on the grind, trenching with it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm one of the OGs from that side. The last OG, matter of fact, you know what I mean? Newport News-wise, yeah, any block had mentioned me, but that's another story. But yeah, it's been a minute, 15 plus.
So, tell me about that tag, the Virginia Villains, because I see that on your hat right now.
Right.
I got the CD. I
Right.
saw it on the album.
Right.
Now I was like, Virginia Villains, that's a name I've never heard anywhere. So is that something that's like original to your group of people?
That's actually a clothing line of mine. That's actually the clothing line that we got going around right now. It's called the Virginia Villains. We do top tier street fashion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's something I'm trying to get off the ground, another venture. But, we pushing that hard like we, go hand in hand with the music. Music and fashion. It's
Nice.
like, hand in glove. So I decided to run them together. But Virginia Villains, that's the clothing brand. Be on the lookout for that. We on the way up right now.
Damn, clothes,
Yes,
rapping,
sir. Yes, sir.
fashion, music. You seem like you got it all going on, man.
I mean, shit, I'm trying, if not all of it, most of it, man. You know what I mean? Every wealthy individual got at least 7 to 10 streams of income, so I'm trying to secure me at least 5, 6. I don't gotta be wealthy, I ain't a greedy individual, but I definitely want my piece of the pie, you know what I mean? So
Right.
I'm gonna put the work in, so that's just my take, man. Stay busy. Gotta get you some streams, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you, man. Could you do me a favor and like pick up the mic when you talk up into?
Easy.
Bet. And now, so for the people who don't know, tell them the name of this project you got out now, and also little background info. East Coast, Mike. I saw this man out hustling. I saw him in a show at the Richmond Club. I can't remember the name of the club.
Image.
He was at Image Club. Thursday night grinding. Late night came in. You and your people.
Right.
He did a show. Your performance was different. Like if I had to call it something, it was different, but it was on point.
Facts.
And it's like I felt like there, you could really tell who had it and who didn't. Mostly because you had, I'm going to say it straight up. You had niggas up there who weren't really taking it seriously, and you could tell they didn't have the words right. They weren't getting into the performance that was their music. So I was wondering, like, how do you get ready for a show? Like, no matter how many people there are in the audience, like, how do you get yourself ready up here?
Mentally, it's different every time for me, you know what I mean? But for the most part, it's all about zoning. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you lock in your set, whatever your chosen set is. Well, this is my formula. I get my set together, what I'm gonna do. First of all, we still do high energy rehearsals. We still believe in rehearsing and practicing. You know what I mean? So, leading up to the show, maybe a week or two ahead of time, we might get into rigorous rehearsal. You know what I mean? That's how you practice make perfect. So, that's how I prepare. And when I get there, I always black out up there. So it's never a question. Like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. You know what I mean? So I learned to turn the fear into fire a long time ago. So, yeah.
Bet.
Ain't a whole lot to it.
Bet, man. And for the people who don't know, tell them the name of this project that you got out now.
The one I just put out is called Eastcoast Mikey.
Nice.
You know what I mean? You can find that everywhere on your all major platforms, digital outlets, Tidal, Spotify's, Google Plays, Apple Music, iTunes, all that. You can find it anywhere. East Coast Mikey, regular spelling. It's out there. Go get that music.
That bet. Now, why 7 tracks? I'm enjoying it. I'm thinking it was going to be like at least 10, 12, but
Right.
it stops at 7. I'm like, I got a small taste of this. I
Right.
was like, where
Right.
where the rest of this at? What's going on?
You know, yeah, it did its job. It was just an EP, actually. Just a, you know, it wasn't a full album. The full album is scheduled to drop in the next maybe 60 days. My producer is over there in LA right now. He was nominated for a Grammy. So shout out to him, Point Guard, Nipsey Hussle, all them boys. You know, even though they lost, it's still a big win for us. You know what I mean, for niggas. So when he get back on the land, we gonna resume, pick up where we left off, and hopefully the album will be ready to present in the next month or two.
Was this EP difficult to put together at all?
When you do something you love, man, you know the saying, it's not work. But on to Camelback, or to add on to that, when you do something you love for so long, you know what I mean, it kind of becomes routine. Like the only challenges that you tend to have are the challenges you present to yourself. So I would say yes and no. It was hard, like chopping it down, figuring out exactly what vibe I wanted to, put out there, what songs made it, what songs didn't, you know what I mean? Just choosing what to present was like the hardest part of it. Other than that, we've been doing this for a long time.
A couple of these tracks we were mentioning, U.S. Open, I heard that shit. The line that stood out for me, steady working on my backhand for these niggas.
Yeah, facts.
And that was like tennis reference, U.S. Open. Okay.
Indeed.
Where'd that come from?
I mean, like you said, it was just a tennis reference, just tying shit together, you know what I'm saying, and bar work and music, still working on my backhand, that's actual tennis jargon, you know what I mean?
Heard you. I mean, that'd be a fun fact about East Coast.
Right,
Mike, he play tennis, so that'd be...
I don't, but I do know a little bit about it, you know what I'm saying? I pay attention to everything, you know what I mean? I pay attention, but I probably, I suck. I ain't never played that shit for real, but I'm steady working on my backhand for these weak-ass niggas. That's a fact. Don't get backhanded.
Right.
Word.
Okay, and now another track on there was "Don't Play With Me."
Yeah.
Don't play with your bitch. Don't play with me. I was like, this is some of the most aggressive shit I'm hearing right now.
Right.
Where did that song come from? You feel like these niggas really out here trying to play with you?
Nah, man, but you gotta set the record straight sometime, and it ain't even about that. It's just about a certain style of music. To know East Coast Mikey, you gotta know Sick Mike. You gotta know where I come from. That's Noopa News, that street. You know what I'm saying? I'm a detailed reflection of the streets. You know what I'm saying? So I like to present what's real, man. I don't like to sugarcoat much. You know what I'm saying? I don't really play with this shit. You feel me? Pardon my French. I only know a few words. You know what I mean? But I really don't play with this. You know what I'm saying? So it just comes from the style of music that not only I'm known for, but it's that grime, it's that hunger, it's that it's that dirt, it's that grit, it's the stuff that you don't really run across no more. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna stay true to that. We gonna stay true to the roots. You know what I'm saying? The grain, the grit. You feel me? So that's just my lane. That's who love me is. So I gotta love them back. The love, it's all reciprocated there.
I feel you, man.
Yeah, that's the sound of Noopa News. That's the city.
Respect.
Right.
Now, do you feel like you've been holding VA down?
I think any individual would say yeah in this sport, in this profession. Anybody that's doing this hip hop shit on the level that we've been doing it, you know what I mean, for a while, I think they would have to get at a definitive yes, sir. Definitely.
Now, Revolver,
right,
I felt was the I want to say roughest because you was talking about smokers with glass pipes.
Right.
Well, at the same time, I was listening closer, and the sample really talks about love.
Like love is misunderstood. You know what I mean? So, you know, it can be applied to many things. So, you know, for me to say, you know, the sample is saying this is love, but I'm speaking about, yeah, exactly what you were saying, tough love. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely love, but this is the type of love we need back. You know what I'm saying? We need tough love back. It's too much of that soft shit, victims and all that going on. We need, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like, you know, we need to be real with ourselves again. And then and in turn, we can be real with the next man. You got to be real with yourself first. So, you know, I just love this shit. I love the reality of hip hop. I love the reality of life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Is that something that drew you to hip hop?
Yeah, I mean, cause you know, when we you know, it wasn't cool when we was rocking. It wasn't cool to be doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? As far as the hip hop, I started a while back, but you know, before that, it was all street, bro. It was, I mean, all of the, you know, the drug activity, like you name it, bro. Like the worst shit, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So it was that before music. And, you know, when I kind of like, you know, we listened to music, but, you know, when I kind of locked in on it and heard a few, you know what I mean, locals doing it, it was like, man, I got so much to say because I see so much, you know what I'm saying? I was off the porch at 11. I'm going to tell you how I started rapping, bro.
That's it right there.
We was in Votech High School, and it was this kid in there named Lorenzo. He was nice. Williamsburg kid. I wasn't even an MC then, you know what I mean? We was just in there fucking around, and he cooked me so fucking crazily with the bar work. It was just on some, you know what I mean? We kind of battled, and he just kind of fucking, you know, he fired me up. So that night I went home and I wrote my first rap. And I came back and caught the body, but I wrote my first rhyme because a nigga flamed me, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas gotta bring you through the
Right,
fire, though.
right,
That's what inspire you when you just like, damn, this nigga coming like, Dad, I gotta get back.
Right,
Can't go
boom.
out like no pump.
So I went and I wrote me one. You know, I loaded me one up, came back. And, you know, from then it's just been, you know.
Mad respect, cause you know, sometimes when people lose, they just say I lost, and that's it.
Oh, losses build character, man. You got to get the lesson from it, man. Yeah, if you real right, you know that. You know what I'm saying? You don't quit. You push to conquer. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Well, that's our mindset. So it's different.
Yeah, man. And then as well, you know, I feel like you're a rarity out here.
Indeed.
You know, I feel like your content comes from a place where you've really seen things, you've done certain things, and it's like some very heavy content.
Right.
But it's like today, even if somebody goes through as much as they go through, they don't have like that lyrical skill to express themselves.
Right.
And then I feel like you're rare out here because you have that lyrical skill and you have that content.
I appreciate that. But I know exactly what you're saying. The super street niggas just don't make hit songs. The super street niggas just don't happen to be lyrically inclined. The lyrically inclined niggas, or, you know, the best artists, you know, tend to not be street individuals, or, you know, have not experienced the harsh realities of life that make the best music. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The best music is a byproduct of the harshest realities. You know what I'm saying? And they don't have it. You know what I'm saying? So I understand what you're saying. But like I said, that the harsh realities were there from the jump. You know what I mean? The music was just like a escape, you feel me? That I abused to the point that I, you know what I mean, came close to perfection. I ain't gonna say I perfected my craft because, you know, still a lot of perfecting to do, but I've been honing this skill for a minute.
Word, man. And now, I think proof of that, what you just said comes in Nonsense.
Right.
Nonsense, oh my God. That's got to be the most lyrical song on the whole project. I feel like I got a line right here. I got a line.
Go.
Witness 5 generations expire in 5 minutes.
Right.
Ooh. Nonsense that makes sense to the conscious.
Correct.
Damn. And my queen mother traded her crown for extensions.
Right. That was like I was like testing the waters with that. You feel me? Because I ain't sure. I still ain't. But I'm gonna say I wasn't sure how receptive they would be to it. You know, who would be able to digest it?
Man, but you gotta diversify, man. You gotta show people
For
that you got it.
Right. See, now it's easy to be done, but it's about how well is it gonna be received, and that was the question. But I threw it out there, and it received a overwhelmingly good response. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, I don't know, it's a quickening or awakening or something going on right now, and more people than I expected was on the frequency. So, it turned out to be a good look. I say I pulled the stars back, you know what I mean, like a curtain, meaning they had obstructed my vision. And then I saw 5 generations expire in 5 minutes on the planet. That's looking from the stars. A year, a generation to man is but a second to the gods. So, I could see five generations go in a matter of minutes sitting on high, you know what I mean? So I was referring to that. The other one is self-explanatory. My queen mother traded in her crown for extensions. That's the state of the black queen. We don't got to get into that too heavy, but
Said nonsense that makes sense to the conscious.
Facts. Okay, well, that's just the, facts. I'm not doing that, because a lot of people see it as nonsense. A lot of niggas see you as Sharif sitting on the beer cooler when you talking that fire, when you talking sense like that. A lot of niggas don't want to hear it for whatever reason. So it comes off as nonsense. But to the conscious, this shit makes perfect sense. So that was the bar.
Where does the name East Coast Mike come from?
First, it was going to be Southeast and Mikey, because Newport News, I'm from the Southeast end of Newport News, which is the bottom, you know what I mean? It was going to be Southeast and Mikey. So then we were like, okay, we want to encompass more than a city, you know what I'm saying, with this thing. We wanted to be, global Mikey, worldwide Mikey, but we started at the East Coast, so, it ain't where you from, it's where you at. So we went with East Coast Mikey, and we rocking. We going with that one.
Shit, bro, I'm excited.
Yeah, we going with that.
Feel you.
So, yeah, we lit. Go ahead. Come on with it.
Oh, come on with it.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Because
I'm ready, man.
I've been hearing different answers to this question from different artists,
right,
different people, different individuals, and I'm really interested to hear your answer on this.
Right.
Do you feel like Virginia supports its own artists?
I feel like they're coming around, like they're in the process of waking up right now. But for a long time, they did not. This is not a, everybody know this shit. You know what I'm saying? For a long time, as far as the media goes, they did not push Virginia artists as far as local artists. But, here lately, I can say, yeah, shout out to Jack of Spades. Shout out to, Kareem, DJ DC. You know what I mean? DJ B. Shit, I mean, all they really do show love to the local artists or the independent artists in the area that's worthy of showing love to. You know what I mean? Everybody, you can't support everybody. You know what I mean? Everybody doesn't have it. Now, if you leave it up,
you can say that again. Everybody don't got it.
If you leave it up to them, they'll say they have it though. So you got to use these DJs. They're left with a hard job. You know what I mean? They gotta not only decipher through the bullshit, but keep their integrity, keep their connections. Because niggas get pissed off when you tell them they suck, and they could really suck. But niggas get emotional. But to answer the question, I would say at this point in time, I would say the local artists are getting more support from the area, from the media outlets in the area than ever before. Salute to the radio. Salute to the DJs. Now, the consumer.
Now, y'all out there.
Right. The consumer, now, that's another story. they got their favorites, you know, which is natural, you know, to be expected. Um, it's a lot of love out here, but it's a lot of hate out here, and it also depends on the cities, man, because the cities is so different from one another. You feel me? Like it's crazy. I love it, but again, even on from the consumer perspective, an aspect of support is stepping up. You know, they getting behind the artists. The artists from here are doing more right now than we've done in a long time. You know, outside of the Timberlands, Pharrell's, Missy's, Clipses,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Doubt Gotchas even. I mean, Families even. You know what I'm saying? But we doing. It's a lot of promising, aspiring artists coming from this area right now. So I would say everything is on the up and up for the area, man. I feel like it's a hot spot, and it's a lot of artists from the area that's gonna go up this year. Yeah, mark that.
Yeah, man, I'm excited.
Man, we got a lot of talent around, and we just gotta keep grinding, man. It's a lot that's gonna happen.
Shout out, show love, show
yeah,
love.
that's the only way we're gonna win, bro.
Mm.
You know what I mean? There's been enough hate, man. We gotta show some love. It's easy to go to war. It's hard to show. It's hard to show love. So that's what we on.
How'd you decide who to work with on this EP?
Hmm. I actually don't work with a lot of people, bro. I believe in exclusivity. I believe in, you know, a lot of artists don't really have, you know, they can't really carry their own weight. They need other people around. I pride myself on working with the same individuals and not, you know, so that takes the hard work out of it. I got a team that I work with every time. You know what I mean? It's either one of maybe 5 producers, and it's either 1 or 2 studios. So that takes a lot of the guesswork, a lot, you know what I mean? Nothing's left to chance. It's systematic. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't really a challenge. Like I said, the hardest thing was picking what songs to present, you know, on a quick EP that would, you know, serve the purpose. And I think we achieved that.
Could you explain to me what you mean by systematic?
Systematic meaning like it's a system. Like I have more than 10 CDs in the street, bro. I've got projects. I told you I'm doing this for 15 years, and I mean that not as a hobby spitter. I mean finishing projects, you know, getting the residuals off of it. You know what I mean? Finishing, like actually doing this shit for a minute. So it becomes systematic. You do the music. You got them to take the steps that need to be taken to, you know, protect the music, secure the music, you know, register your music, all the, you know, to secure your paperwork, your residuals, your money side, and you know, it's just a system now. There's no guesswork involved. We have it down to a system. We've done it so many times, and we've been doing it so long. It's, you know, the music is not a system because the music changes, but the template for the construction of the project is systematic. You know what I mean? It doesn't really change.
So you have the experience down. You feel like you learned anything new from this EP about maybe putting things together? Did you change from your usual process at all of like how you work, how you put a project out, how you hustle it?
I didn't. There was a few minor changes in the campaign, but it was basically changes that had to be made due to the changes in music. Like, you know, the CD thing is fizzling right now. That was a heavy part. Like maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago, that was a big part of the campaign. So now we're leaning more towards digital than ever. You know what I mean? So of course I had to audible in that respect. You know what I mean? So I had to figure out a way to achieve the desired result without an avenue that I was used to utilizing. You know what I mean? And that was like one of the biggest changes. You know what I mean? Actually figuring out how to capitalize off that digital highway like to the maximum. But I still did some CDs and shit too. You know what I mean? Like you got one. I still kept it. You know what I mean? I keep it 100 when I'm out there doing shows or whatever. I always live off the land. You know, I still think people, motherfuckers got CD players in their cars, so we still rocking. I'm out there pushing. I'm just trying to exhaust every avenue, bro. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, that's probably the only thing that changed.
Success for you, for East Coast Mikey. What's that mean? What is that desired result?
The desired result would naturally be a bag big enough to make my life better so that I can make the lives better of those around me. And that would be success to me. If I could make the people around me lives better, you know what I mean, I would feel, I would be satisfied with that.
Yeah.
You feel me? There ain't really a whole lot of details and particulars with me. I ain't really a materialistic individual. I'm more of I'm more of a panther. You understand what I'm saying? I'm more of a advocate of youth welfare. I'm more of a, man. You know what I'm saying? So for me, success is putting myself in a position to make the lives better of the people that mean the most to me. In a nutshell, that's it, bro. If I can do that, I'm straight, because I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? I can grind mine up, bro, and be straight. I ain't tripping. But I got children, and I got, family that ain't blessed with the same motivation and, drive as me. You know what I'm saying? So if I could.
You got to show them.
Right. You know what I mean? And I'm in the process of doing that, but we both know people learn best from being shown, not being told. So if I can manifest these bags, you know what I mean, that will be, I'm sure, proper incentive for a motherfucker to get off their ass. Like, as long as if I'm telling you but to do better and I'm not doing better, bro, it's not gonna.
I don't believe that one bit. I can't. If people, because I'm 22. Right. I almost forgot my age for a second. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm hearing advice from people who are just like, okay, do better. I run into people who are like, do better. And it's not about, I don't really care what position you're in, like where you are, but if you tell me to do better and you yourself are not working to do better, I can't believe that one bit. You could be a janitor,
right,
telling me I need to do better.
I can take that.
But it's like, if you're a janitor and you're trying to stay a janitor, but you're not trying to be like own a janitor company, I don't know,
you're
do some shit.
You're not trying to progress in your janitorial. If you're stuck, stationary, comfortable, like, I just don't want to hear it, bro. Like, it's not gonna motivate me properly. But if you pull up progressing, you know what I'm saying, looking like success, all of the symptoms of success, then I'm more inclinated, I'm more, I'm more locked in. That's proper incentive. Then when I pull up looking like success, you know what I'm saying, from being successful, like they're more likely to pay attention. And not only that, they want to know what you're doing. They want to know how you got it, what you did. They're more interested, you know what I mean? So I just think people learn better.
And then they start asking questions. Then they start learning.
And when they start asking questions, you got them. You know what I mean? So, we just trying to, I'm just trying to, man, get this bag so I can make everything what it's supposed to be out here, bro. Because it's a lack of real ones. The ones with the bag is not doing the right things. So, you know what I mean? It's a saturated conversation for me to talk about it. You know what I mean? But, so, we more into action. Trying to get that bag so we can show Virginia, show the people, show the babies, show the communities that, you know what I'm saying, how it's supposed to go.
Burn a bag. Now, in there,
Right.
I felt like you had a couple shots to the youngins in hip hop.
Mm.
I heard
Mm. Yeah, come on.
like
Break that.
I heard it quiet, but it was loud. But you know if that makes sense. It was like sort of a line about the state of hip hop, and I felt like that was the track where East Coast Mikey was like, "This is me. I'm here in the game right now. This is what I bring.
Right.
What y'all got?"
Burn a Bag was basically just some, top tier ball work about, I'm just trying to win. Exactly what I just said. You know what I'm saying? Stack it to the ceiling, man. You know what I'm saying? Burn a bag, do it again. Now, what I'm burning the bag on, that's, hey. What I'm saying is wake up, burn a bag. Let me just tell you I ain't tricking. I ain't tricking no money off. So when I'm burning these bags, to make this chicken work for me. You know what I'm saying? Basically. But it was a couple of little statements in there that I that could be seen as shots, but I don't really do no indirect shooting, so it's just ball work. If I got an issue, I'm there. It's direct. You feel me? So the city know that.
Got you. And what is the 2019 ice cream?
Mm.
And does anybody want that? Because
Does anybody want the 2019 ice cream?
does anybody want the 2019 ice cream? Is that something that people want?
Listen,
Is
bro,
it?
the
Can I
2019
hear it like in a truck coming down the street?
I don't know if you're going to hear it in a truck coming down the street, the type of truck it should be played in, an ice cream truck, but you going to hear it in something. And the 2019 ice cream is something that's in high demand, my boy. You know what I mean? Another street, another street tale. You know what I'm saying? Highly relatable to those with certain fabric. So I don't really do no stretching. You know what I'm saying? I don't really do no bunch of shaking and jiving. You dig me, bro? Like everything is almost is a bliss, and you know what I mean. Stalk and retreat drills. You feel me? And I'm straight to it, bro. Nothing. You don't gotta guess about this shit. Listen to the music. Double entendres, the double-edged sword is alive and swinging. So I just encourage everybody to get in. Just listen. Lend me an ear, man. You know what I mean? Let me know. Help me fan this flame for Virginia, for Hampton, Newport News, for the 7. You know what I mean? We need a real one. And then on top of the music, when we get to that stage, that's a whole nother animal. We gonna go the fuck crazy. You understand what I'm saying? Pardon my French, I only know a few words. But yeah, we out here. Talk to me.
Of course, man. Of course. And then last track on the EP was it Addiction, Addicted,
Right.
Addicted.
Right.
And what does that song mean to you, or that word, and why was it important enough for you to end the project with that?
What do hustlers get addicted to? You have any idea?
I would say money. I would say same thing gamblers get addicted to, that rush of winning.
Wrong. Hustlers get addicted to the lifestyle. The hustling, the money, all that, that's part of it. That comes with it. That's the grind. But what you get addicted to is the actual act of jugging and finessing and getting money. The actual act of getting to the bread is what you get addicted to. Because I know we've all seen the movies or heard the stories of the niggas that get all the money and can't get away from the game. You know what I'm saying? If it was the money you was addicted to, shit, once you full up, you should be able to step away from that shit. You know what I'm saying? But niggas can't because they're addicted to the game itself. Hustlers get addicted to the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So that's what addicted was about to me. Addicted to that bag that I'm chasing. You know what I'm saying? All that. You know what I mean? There ain't a lot to it, bro.
Oh, dang, man.
Right.
Was there any music you heard this year that inspired you or made you want to work harder?
What I mean, that was major for me. Seeing a producer or somebody, it's different. Like when you see somebody you work close with every day, you know what I mean? Excuse me. Ascend to, those heights, it has to motivate you.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like they said, if your niggas ain't happy like day one when you win, bro, them is not your them ain't your people. You know what I'm saying? We gotta celebrate each other's victories. You know what I'm saying? Like we feel each other's losses. So to see my brothers, and I gotta, without name dropping and all that other shit that's lame, you know what I mean, or whatever. But I got brothers that's everywhere doing things for major artists. Like we tied into major situations, man, and that's just motivational to me, bro. Like that's the type of shit that made me want to go harder this year. Seeing my brothers break ground, break barriers to the point where they writing songs for your favorite artists or producing tracks for your favorite artists. You know what I mean? Grammy nominated artists. Like that's major. You know what I'm saying? That's my inspiration right now, as far as music go.